Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy. Guys, welcome back to another video. This video I'm going to give you each and everything you need to know if you want to crack your PT test in 2025. I'm going to tell you what has changed, how you have to cope up with the change, what are the strategies you need to fix, and how you have to practice if you actually want to know if your strategies are working or not. Let's get into the video. We'll go module by module, and for each and every task I'm going to tell you which strategy is working and which strategies are not working. All right, let's start with speaking. The very first module and the very first task of your speaking is read aloud. A lot of students are confused that whether one-line strategy is still working in read aloud or not. It is definitely working. We have tested it. Our tutors have taken the test using one-line strategy and they have got the scores. I have recently taken the test using one-line strategy and it is working. And all our students who are getting their desired scores in 2025, within the first 5 days, we have got so many results, and all of them they use one-line strategy, and it has helped them get their scores in speaking and reading as well. So for read aloud, one-line strategy is working. If you're new to this video, if you're not really sure what one-line strategy is, I'll attach the link to the video whereby I have explained what one-line strategy is. You can watch that as well. If you don't really want to use one-line strategy, you can read full passage as well. There are no changes to read aloud. All you need to focus is on your speed, your fluency, and your clarity. Next is your repeat sentence. No changes over here as well. You have to maximize your content. You have to focus on repeating around 70 to 80% content in a clear and concise manner. There are no changes to the marking. But yes, content is still the key, and repeat sentence is very important for your listening and for your speaking. If you actually want to boost your score, you need to make sure your repeat sentence content is high and at least aim for 70 to 80% of the content in repeat sentence. You can still add filler whereby you do not have enough content. Next is describe image, and the fourth task is read a lecture. And these are the two areas where there have been quite a few changes and you should be very careful about. It has been a trend. We are regularly noticing this thing that if students are using template, if they're relying on the template and adding minimal content in describe image or just using keywords in read a lecture, they're not getting the scores. If you want to get your scores in speaking, in extended speaking, or your describe image and read a lecture in particular, you have to make sure you minimize the use of template and maximize the relevant content. In describe image, try to speak around 30 seconds. Along with that, make sure you describe what is actually given in the image. It's not that you're just giving out pre-memorized templates with minimal keywords from the image. That used to work, but not anymore. So I really want you to make sure that you analyze the image and give out proper explanation. Recently updated the templates for describe image and read a lecture. I'll attach the link to that video as well so that it is easy and clear for you. For your read a lecture, you have to speak around 35 seconds. Earlier, we used to ask students to go around 25 to 30 seconds, but now you have to make sure you go around 35 seconds. Also, on top of that, you have to make sure you do not use single word keywords. It is important that you use phrases or sentences from the lecture or relevant to the lecture. You shouldn't be robotic. You have to take natural pauses when you retell the lecture. You don't have to speak everything in a single go. Go at a moderate pace, take natural pauses, focus on your clarity, and more than that, minimize the template. You can use connectors, you can use transition words, you can use small phrases to go from one sentence to another, but you can't just rely on pre-memorized information and add minimal content in read a lecture and get the scores. For both describe image and read a lecture, make sure your content relevancy is high and you will definitely get the scores. Answer short questions, no changes over here. This is again not a very important question type, so you don't have to worry much about this. If you know the answer, speak the answer. Otherwise, use the tricks whereby you just repeat important keywords. If you know the answers, if you're confused between a couple of options or you're confused between 2 to 3 answers, repeat all the answers. You will get the scores. Again, answer short questions, not important. Don't worry about practicing a lot of these. Next is your writing, and writing is one module where there have been changes. So I really want you to be very careful about your writing. First task of your writing is summarize written text. In here there are no changes. You can still use the format or the structure whereby you have to just connect 3 to 4 sentences from the passage. You have to be very careful that you do not exceed 75 words. You do not use more than one full stop or any question mark or exclamation within the answer. You have to connect 2, 3 or 4 sentences based on their word limit. If the word limit permits, if it allows you, you can connect 3, 4 or 5 sentences. But let's say if you have just written 3 sentences and you are already on 70 words, so it's better you just stop over there. In that case, you don't really need to join the fourth sentence. So you write first sentence, comma, second sentence, whatever sentences are important. When I say important, it means that they have got important keywords. Second sentence, comma, furthermore, comma, third sentence, and then comma, moreover, comma, fourth sentence. Next is your essay, and this is where a lot of changes have taken place and you have to be very careful. Earlier students, what they used to do is they used to have templates whereby they barely, they used to just add 2, 3, 4 keywords from the essay topic or relevant or related to the essay topic, and they used to get 15 on 15 in essay. But PT has changed it. If you do not address the essay topic properly, if you do not write relevant ideas, you are not going to get the scores, unfortunately. In essay writing, you can still use the structure. I'm using the word structure over here. I'm not using the word template. It's not that you have memorized 200 words and you're just adding 1 or 2 ideas and you'll get the scores. That's not going to happen, unfortunately. You can use a structure. Structure means, yes, first you give the introduction whereby you write 2 to 3 sentences and then first body, second body, and then your conclusion. But when you use the structure, you have to make sure you add relevant ideas, content, and you make sure that you address the essay topic properly. If the computer or the system or artificial intelligence detects that you have not addressed the topic, rather you have used a pre-memorized structure, you will straight away get 0 in your essay. This has happened with a lot of students and I really want you to be very serious about this. We have updated our system as well as per Pearson's guideline, and if you practice on our portal and if you are using template and not addressing the topic properly, our system will behave exactly the same way what happens in the actual test. So before you go for the test, what I want you to do is you go on languageacademy.com.au, practice writing essay over there and see how much score you're getting in content, in your structure, in your grammar and spellings. If you're getting a low score in content, there are suggested ideas and there are sample responses as well. You have to make sure that you look at the suggested ideas, you look at the sample response and look at how much you're getting in your content. Doesn't matter which template you're using. Now it's not about the template, it's more about addressing the topic properly and adding relevant ideas. If you're not adding relevant ideas or if your template does not really needs you to add ideas, you are at risk. I really request you to practice at least 3 to 4 writing essays and see how much you're getting in your essay answer. If you're getting 0 or 1 in content, please reconsider your template and make sure you add proper relevant ideas, and that's how you will be in a safer position to get a higher band score in your writing. Next is your reading. No changes in reading, but reading is still one of the modules a lot of students are scared about. What I want you to take care of in reading: you don't have to focus on MCQ single and multiple answers. Reorders are important, but the most important task types are reading blanks and reading writing blanks. Here you have to make sure you focus on the context. You understand the grammatical rules, whatever we have shared in the videos previously, plus manage your time. I've seen students spending, let's say the first blank or first passage which they get is difficult. They spend 5 minutes on making sure it is perfect. And then they do not have enough time for the easy ones. I want you to spend your time wisely, manage your time wisely. If something's difficult, even if you spend 20 minutes on this, you will never be able to guarantee that you get 100% accuracy over there. Rather, what I would want you to do is spend 2 minutes on the difficult one and spend equal time on the easy ones as well, because getting a higher accuracy rate in easy one is comparatively easier as compared to the accuracy rate on the difficult ones. So it's better we spend equal time on the difficult and easy ones, so that in order to get the difficult ones right, we do not go wrong with the easy ones. Plus, we have made a lot of changes on our website for reading to assist you with your reading. Now, when you go on languageacademy.com.au, you submit your response. With each blank, you will get a question mark symbol. If you click on that, you will get to know why your answer is correct, why the correct answer is correct, and in-depth explanation and the reasoning behind it. On top of that, you will also get AI explanation of the full paragraph, and we have now included for most of the reading blanks explanation videos. For each and every passage, on the bottom, at the bottom of your screen, you have a tab saying explanation. You click on that, a tutor will actually explain you that yes, this answer is the right answer and what is the reason behind that. So go through the AI explanations, go through the explanation videos, understand the logic, and things will be very easy for you. Plus, if you're practicing, if you're not sure about any meaning of any word in the passage, click on that. You'll get to know the meaning, the explanation, and you will also get to know why this word is in the passage and what are the places or what are the sentences this word can be used, so that you have a clear idea of what the word is about. So that is what reading is. Focus more on both the reading blanks and utilize whatever is available on Language Academy for you to enhance and improve your reading skills. Next is your listening. Nothing much has changed over here, but a lot of students still have a lot of questions which I get on a regular basis. Can we still use keywords in summarized spoken text? Can we still use template in summarized spoken text? Yes, you can still use templates and keywords in summarized spoken text. However, you have to make sure those keywords are relevant to the lecture and those keywords are meaningful. It's not that you are just selecting random words from the lecture and adding in such a way that nothing falls into place, nothing is making sense. Your keyword should be complete, meaningful. Doesn't matter if it's a single word keyword or 3-word long phrase or a short phrase. It has to be meaningful and it has to make sense. And if that's the case, you are good to use the template and your keywords as well. Make sure there are no spelling mistakes. Spelling mistake is one of the main reasons why students have a low score in listening and writing. In listening module, summarize spoken text, you can still use the template. Next is your MCQ multiple. You have to give your best, but again, this is not an important question type. You do not have to spend a lot of time over here and try to select only one option unless and until you are 120% sure about the second option. Listening, fill in the blanks. You have to manage your time, because listening module, the part 2, apart from your summarized spoken text, remaining questions, they have an overall time and you have to manage your time yourself. So I would really appreciate if you manage your time properly. Listening blanks, type your answer quickly proofread and move on. Be very careful with S and ED and your spellings as well. Next, highlight correct summary, MCQ single, select missing words. These are not important, and once the audio finishes, I just want you to spend 10 to 20 seconds and move on. Highlight incorrect words, there's still negative marking. So if there's any word you're not sure about, do not select it. Now the last question, the king of the test, write from dictation, the most important question type. And this question is all over the internet, all over the place. I am getting a lot of comments that can we still add extra words? We have heard that you cannot add extra words. You can still add extra words. After this rumor that PT has blocked adding extra words, I took the test whereby I only attempted write from dictations and I completely messed up the sequence and I added double the number of words which were there in the sentence, and I got around 14 listening of 15 writing, something like that. So I got full points as much as I remember. This is the scorecard, you can say, and I made an explanation video, experimental video on that as well. I'll attach the link to that video in the description box. You can watch that video for more details, right? Now, one thing which I've noticed is whenever we ask students that yes, they can add extra words, what they do is, let's say they have got 4 write from dictations. On the first write from dictation, let's say they get a sentence, or they had a sentence that I am going to London with my friends. They'll type the sentence and then they keep on playing, adding extra words for no reason and adding words which they're 100% sure were not there in the audio. You can add extra words, but I would highly recommend you to only add extra words over there where you actually are doubtful about the spellings, about singular plural, about articles. There's no harm in adding extra words. You are not going to be penalized for extra words, but you'll be spending a lot of time on adding extra words, and then you might not have enough time for the remaining right from dictations. My advice would be listen to the audio, take notes while the audio is going on, write initials or write the full sentence, type the sentence back quickly, make sure the first alphabet is capitalized, at the end is full stop, and then once you are done typing your sentence, you are doubtful about spellings or s at the end, ed at the end, or articles, add extra words and move on. Yes, quickly proofread wherever you're doubtful, add extra words, but don't waste a lot of time. And once you're done with your write from dictation, you will be done with your test within 2 hours. That's the earliest, or it can take up to 2 to 3 days, which is the case nowadays. After human evaluation, you'll get your results, and if you follow whatever I've told you, there are very high chances, not very high chances, there's a surety you'll get your desired scores. Now, one more tip, write from dictation. I want you to cover all the write from dictation predictions which we post on YouTube and which are available on languageacademy.com.au under monthly predictions. There's a very high repeat rate, and if you cover write from dictation, when I say cover, it's not just about practicing, it's also about noticing difficult spellings and memorize those spellings so that you do not mess up the same spellings. The main reason why students do not get their scores in the listening module are spelling mistakes in summarize spoken text, listening fill in the blanks, and write from dictation. So do take care of these things and you'll be 100% fine. Also, before you go for your test, there's a free full scored mock test available on languageacademy.com.au. The structure of what you'll have in the actual test is pretty similar in the mock test. Time management is pretty similar to what you'll have in the actual test. If you take that mock test, you'll get tutor feedback, you'll get the scorecard, you will get in-depth analysis of what mistakes you have made, what you need to work on, and how you have to improve the mistake. I really request you to make sure that before you go for the test, you take the full mock test, which is available on languageacademy.com.au. There are 4 extensive mock tests and 4 sectional mock tests available for free. Take those mock tests, see what score you're getting, what mistakes you have made, how you have to improve the same, go through the tutor feedback, and things will be very clear for you. Let's say if you're aiming for 65 in your PT test, and if you do not get 65 each in your mock test, do not go for the test. Practice on whatever mistakes you have made. Take another mock test after 3 to 4 days. If you're aiming for 79, anything more than 75 in all the modules in the full mock test would be a good score for you to go and take the test. But at least make sure you are taking all the mock tests available on the website for free. That will give you a clear idea what the test will be and how you have to get your desired scores. Now that's it from this video. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, do like, share and subscribe. If you want me to cover any other topic, do let me know. I'm working on a few more videos which will be out soon, but if you have any particular topic in mind, do let me know. I'll try to cover that as well. If you need any help, we do provide online classes for PT Academic, PT Core, PT UKVI all over the world. We have classes running throughout the day according to different time zones. Just go on our website languageacademy.com.au, fill the contact us form, and one of our team members will be with you, and we will make sure we help you to get your desired scores in the shortest period of time. If you need on-campus training, we do have our campuses in Australia, in India, and Nepal as well. These are the contact details. Visit us, give us a call, and we'll make sure you do not waste your time and money and you get your desired scores like thousands of other students have got their desired scores in the shortest period of time. That's it. I'll see you in the next video. Now go on languageacademy.com.au and start practicing, or you can download the LAPT exam practice app as well.